Call the meeting to order at 4:09, Thursday, July 10th. In attendance, Bob Blair here, John Barrett. You're on. John Barrett,
You're here.
Kate Bliss,
Here.
Lori Fairbay,
Here.
Visuals.
Linda Robinson and Karen Schultz will not be here. Melissa Sargent is here. Number one on the agenda is the director's report, donations, expenses, director wages, upcoming events and bribes. Oh, I'm sorry. I may have put that in accidentally.
So this meeting should have happened last week, so I have all of the fiscal year 25 ending information. So we had $16,000 in donations, which includes 14,000 from the formula grant. I was notified yesterday that we will receive $16 per senior for fiscal year 26. So that's an increase. It was 15 last year, so it'll be 16 this year.
That's a formula grant.
Yeah. So donations are, pretty low if we don't have that formula grant. We cannot fundraise for ourselves. In order to do that, we would need a friends group to be able to do that. So all we can do is suggest donations for exercise classes or the grab and go meals or
Legal issue, I guess.
yeah. So we might want to think about that. We do have about $17,000 in expenses this year. Out of our budget, it leaves approximately $700. So I do have some unpaid bills for fiscal year 25. So I will have to encumber 300 of that, which will then have $300 going back to free cash. About, it's rough estimate there. Part-time wages for 25 was budgeted at 25,769. We used 3,896. So 21,000 and some change will go to free cash as well. This is probably due to one, we didn't have the van running for the last 6 months. And then the initial budget was for 2 drivers, and for a length of that time in that year, you guys did only have 1 driver driving.
Sometimes.
Yeah. So that's that. And then director's wages, that was budgeted at 73,000 and some change. And then we used about 22,000 of that. So that will be about 51,000 some change flowing to free cash as well. So
What does that mean when you say into free cash?
so unused money
Yeah.
goes back to the town. Yeah.
Oh,
Into the free cash. It's cash that they've put out into the budget, but it wasn't spent.
So it's free for the town, not free for you.
We can't carry it over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
so it's a use it or lose it.
Yeah, okay.
so the director wages is due, my hourly rate is less than the previous, and then my hours themselves, are also less. So that's how we're
Mhm.
giving back 51,000. And then upcoming events, we've got, oh, there they are. So we have an ice cream social on July 16th. It is down in room 118. As of right now, I do not have anybody registered for that. So, I have asked Jan to print it in the item. I've touched base with Northbrook too, to do a 1 call. I am opening it up for if people need rides from Northbrook,
Mhm.
we can run the van. Hopefully if, we have some volunteers or board members there, I'd be allowed to run and grab them and make a couple trips if needed. And I'm hoping that will start to come through once they do their call to their residents. I did call the food pantry for the ability to add flyers into their food bags for
Mhm.
any events that we have coming up.
Great.
And then I'm also going to touch base with
How
them.
do they
and
know which ones are seniors and which aren't though? Because it's our stuff we're advertising for seniors.
I'm sure we'll work on some, they
Right.
must have some sort
They
of
must know.
information to know.
Okay.
And if not, then we'll just have to say specify senior event or
Mm,
something like
right.
that,
Perfect.
on the flyer. July 21st is Integrity Medicare. He usually comes the second Monday. He is on vacation next week, so he will be here the 21st instead. That is by appointment. I do have a few open spots for that day.
What do they provide?
They help with all health insurance.
Um,
So any Medicare questions, any supplemental plans, if you're retiring and you want to know if you stay with Cobra or,
Oh, I
whatever, if you're getting laid off Cobra, I should say, or
So it isn't a lecture, it's actually
it's
provided.
one-on-one.
Yeah. that's great.
Yeah,
That's
yep,
great.
it's one-on-one. And they will help you set up everything too. So what they do, they will ask for your doctor's, specialists and prescriptions. And then they compare your current plan to what's out there to see if you're on the plan that works for you. And if not, they can help you switch to
So they
another
recommend
plan.
resources.
Yeah, yep.
Great.
And they are independent brokers, but they do get paid the same rate from everybody. So
Oh,
they are,
I think this guy has lectured to Neshoba neighbors,
I think so.
neighbors in Bolton at the
Yeah.
library. He was excellent.
They,
And the Bolton COA thinks he's,
they're, I
Walking
will
on
say that
water.
they're a very good team. I've worked with them for almost 5 years now.
Oh, wow.
They care about the people. They know their information. They're all licensed, and going back to getting paid, they're all flat rate. So they're not going to recommend one insurance company because they get paid more from them, which is nice. You don't see that sometimes
Mhm.
they're pushing towards that one because
Oh, that's a
getting
great
extra money,
combination.
but
It's a great combination of factors. You
yeah,
satisfy
so
that.
any health insurance questions from now in October is the annual enrollment period. So you really want to make sure that you're checking them in October, and he usually will give like a week. He did previously. I don't know if we're busy enough to have that many people, but Cole and I
Wow.
are working out a schedule
Okay,
for October
interesting.
too, to get more people in to evaluate their plans and see if he can save them money or.
And that's what we'll be doing now, plan evaluation.
Yeah, he can help now. And then in October, that's, and it's good for people that are starting on Medicare or have questions about enrolling in Medicare. If you're still working, it's different than if you're not working or if you're retiring, so he knows all of that stuff.
how many are signed up at this point?
I have 2 for the 21st right now, and he's here from 10 to 2, so I have 10. I have 3 appointments open right
Now,
now.
what's the capacity?
He does hour-long appointments. So
Okay,
10,
so-
11, 12, 1, 2, he would have 5 appointments
5 appointments per day?
per day.
And how many days is he signed up for?
He's just here right now, the second Monday of the month.
That's regularly, every
Mhm.
month, the second Monday?
Mhm.
And how have people heard about this?
Oh, it's been in the Powderhouse News, it's been on Facebook.
Hmm.
I may
If
have
it was
mentioned
only-
it before, but yeah.
Church bulletins?
No, I haven't gotten it in the church bulletin yet.
Helpful.
It will be in the item. When I just asked Jan, I gave her the July and August events. So that should be, I don't know, Bob, do you have ties to church? I thought in the
Yeah.
email to Josh, you would, okay,
Yeah, I got
if I give you the,
names and addresses of the
Perfect.
church secretaries.
we are going to do in August, from the 4th to the 18th, we are, asking seniors to donate school supplies. And that will bridge the intergenerational gap between younger kids and the older generation.
Hmm.
We are hopefully working with the food pantry too to see if they have families that they know would need school supplies or are having trouble
Mhm.
purchasing them. We'll put it out to Facebook and we'll post things, flyers and whatnot, asking for, for families to call me. Anything extra will go to, the middle school in Tohoto, and hopefully, if they have kids that weren't able to get the school supplies, they'll have them at the school.
The Lions Club, when we do the Christmas gift for a family,
Mm-hmm.
in need, the family in need is designated by one of the nurses at Berlin Memorial.
Okay,
And so that might be another place to check.
okay. You said the nurse, Bob.
Yep.
Yeah, and sometimes they have new kids coming in on board after school's already
Yeah,
started,
so
so
they
it might be
haven't
nice
done-
to have some extras.
I have
Yeah,
the nurse's contact information, so I can get that to you, Melissa.
okay, thank you.
Mhm.
August 7th, we are having a musical guest, Bill Reedy. It is sponsored by the COA, but it will be held at 19 Carter. From 5 to 7. So we're gonna try an evening program and see what we get there.
What day of the week is that?
It's a Thursday.
Okay.
And Evie's team at 19 Carter is working on the promotional stuff as well. So they're coming up with a flyer, they're doing some marketing for us. So we'll see, hopefully with their bandwidth, they can reach more people than we're reaching.
Yeah,
See
they
if
got a
we can
mailing
get
list. What
yeah.
time on the 7th?
5 to 7.
They probably will reach quite a few.
Yeah.
It's a great place.
And who is the act?
Bill Reedy, it's Reidy. And he has all
Good
different-
Italian name.
different music. And then August 14th, we've got Veterans Breakfast at 9. And that is here in room 118. And so everything that we do, I just ask that people call so we can make sure that we have either enough ice cream or enough food, or that we're, having enough space in the locations that we're planning these events. So if we have an influx of people wanting to come, I can move the event to somewhere that can hold it.
It's called good planning.
That sounds right.
You said where do I not have, did you say something about an ice cream social
Yeah, it's
What's-
the 16th
of
July,
July.
it's next
July
week.
16th?
And you've contacted Northbrook too?
Yeah.
Should we get something over to Northbrook 1?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
not really sure how to do that.
Okay. I can get that over there.
You
Okay.
know
Because
somebody on the
we-
board there? that could
Yeah.
Help, okay.
Well,
My husband's the president.
is that, okay, okay. Did they have, would he put it in like the common room or something like that, or?
Yeah, we could do that, or
Okay.
I don't know if we could put flyers. I think you put flyers out at every one of the places there.
Okay. Okay. It's a little bit more, I would say, challenging than Northbrook 2 because Northbrook 2 has the all-call and
Mhm.
Northbrook 1 has all individual apartments
Yeah, we
and
just posted
places
it on
and,
everybody's door.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, so that would be, Lori, do you want me to send you a?
Yeah, send me
flyer?
what you got
Okay.
and I'll take care of it.
Awesome, thank you.
How do we get word out to other seniors that they're welcome, even though it's staged at Northbrook 1?
I mean, I think we're truly doing everything we can. We post it out publicly in the store. We put it at 19 Carter. We have it here.
We got one of these, like a flyer or something? or
We've got, what do you mean? A flyer? Yeah.
That
I mean-
size or
I
this
mean,
size,
I do
whatever?
flyers for everything, every event
Okay.
that we have.
Hmm.
So we hang it outside my door, I hang it at that door, in the main, and then we do 19 Carter, the general store. We're doing the post office. I'm waiting for word for food pantry. You can check on church bulletins. We do our Facebook page, and then we do, I try to send it over to Neighbors Connect.
Yeah.
And that's the
Mhm.
other, and I know
Okay.
not everybody has Facebook. I have friends that don't have Facebook.
Church bulletins again.
But that's what I have for you.
I can share that within my community, the co-housing community as well.
Okay,
Send that to me.
Yeah.
We have 2 co-housing communities there
okay,
that
Perfect.
some would benefit from this. Yeah.
all right, I'll send flyers.
I'm trying to keep my ice cream socials straight. I think I got some information on what the tubs from Richardson's cost.
Mhm.
And then there are some leftover toppings from something the Berlin seniors did, and I forget if that was for
Hmm.
this or it was for the Neshoba neighbors. I think
Yeah.
They're doing an ice cream social.
Um,
The ice cream hound, will not be here on the 16th because I'm
Oh.
out of town the 15th to 17th.
Okay.
So it
Okay,
should save me some and
I'll put it in the freezer downstairs.
Right.
You have a preference in vanilla or chocolate or?
just No, something
That's not what I
Anything.
thought.
solid enough to stay in the bowl.
Great, so that is my report. Are we, if Karen's not here, who usually is like taking the minutes? Kate, is that you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I will admit,
Um,
I'm gonna need like a snapshot of all the numbers at the beginning.
I'll just send
was
you
like,
my paper, if that's good.
Yes, perfect.
Cause I wrote it all out so I can read it. So I
I
can
have
send
been
you
taking
over
notes.
to you.
This is very seance-like. I hear your voice, Kate, and it's like coming from behind us and over my right shoulder. It's,
I see you.
So that is all I have for the report. And I wrote up this agenda because these are things that we needed to kind of talk about and kind of finalize some things and information for you guys. Anyway, events is here twice, so we can skip that one. 'Cause I filled it up twice. So I don't know, do you want me to just start with transportation and if you
Yeah.
guys have
Yep,
questions? Okay. So first thing is the WRTA Catch Connect, that we were speaking a little bit about when it started.
it's actually the MWRTA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And WRTA. So we had a call with Josh from WRTA
Yes.
on June 30th. He was gonna have updated ridership soon, which I thought it should have come this week, but maybe it'll be next week. We did confirm with them that within Hudson and Berlin, they will do address to address. But the Apex and Marlboro stops have specific stops. So, for example, there's multiple restaurants, there's places to go in Apex. They will only drop them. They should only be dropping you at the bus stop entrance, at the entrance. They're not driving you into Friendly's and they're not bringing you to either Trattoria and up to, wherever else. With that said, that leaves our people, seniors, mobility, getting themselves to wherever they're going within the Apex and back to get themselves back. So, Bob on the call did express some concerns with Josh about how that's not really senior friendly.
Or mobility challenged
Mobility
people.
challenged, there. So at this point, I mean, what we can do is be transparent as possible and give our seniors and our community the information, and let them make the decision on if that's a stop that they want to make and they're willing to try to get to, or if they're able to get to, the places they want to go within Apex.
Are they able to provide feedback to anybody? I'm thinking maybe if there's issues where people can't do this over time, that may change the strategy and how they're delivering the service.
So we do actually have, which I do talk about a little bit further down, we do have a focus group going with
Okay.
with Neshoba Neighbors. And myself, and Bob has attended, to talk to those people that have taken Catch Connect.
Okay. Oh.
And that is leading to, there is also a new micro transit service that they started. Our current Catch Connect can take people to Solomon Pond Mall. We think it's the Macy's would be the location. They can then pick up a ride to certain places in Shrewsbury, Northborough, and Westborough. So like the senior center or something like that. And then,
Have they specified destinations? and
yeah, they
accounts?
have it,
Shrewsbury, Northborough, and where?
Shrewsbury, Northborough, Westborough.
Westboro.
And I know one was the Northborough Senior Center, or, I forget where it was in Shrewsbury, to be honest. In Westborough, I forget. I can definitely get that information. I meant to put it in here and I ran out of time. My concerns with that, again, with seniors, is, so you call one area and they tell you it's a 20-minute wait. You get picked up, you get brought to Solomon Pond Mall. When you get to Solomon Pond Mall, you then have to call to get picked up from Solomon Pond Mall to get to the Shrewsbury, Northborough, Westborough. Flip that around, they're now at Shrewsbury, Westborough, Northborough, and having to call and wait 20 minutes to get picked up to get to Solomon Pond Mall. then they have to wait from Solomon Pond Mall to get home.
So
And there
still
are charges.
timing kinks to be worked out
I mean, it's
if they get.
potential of
longer.
up to 40 minutes of wait time, just waiting for the rides,
To
like
get
one way to get there.
Yeah, well,
So essentially you'd be spending almost 2 hours for the way there and the way back included to get to Northborough, senior center for bingo or whatever you're attending. Um,
And we still haven't worked out the reimbursement aspect of it.
so our Catch Connect to Solomon would be free. The one from Solomon to the other locations is $2. So it would be $2 there, and then it would be $2 back.
Yep.
So they'd be paying essentially $4
Yep.
for the trip.
And you can only pay with Bitcoin.
And yeah, we're trying to figure out how they pay because we did have in the focus group,
right, right.
we did have a rider, try to put money on through the app and the app wasn't accepting it because rides were free.
Okay.
So she was struggling. So we do have that, trying to figure out that information as well. Just like us, we don't want them to take cash. So you can't just hand them the $2 or the $4 or something. So that was one of the concerns, how you pay, having to pay, the wait time. We were told about, it was mentioned, the COA van allows 1 or 2 drivers. And so you become familiar with them and you know them and you have a rapport and you get comfortable. One of the riders said that she got on the van, which was actually, the Catch
mean
Connect,
Catch
she was
Connect?
told it was gonna be 20 minutes and they picked her up at 30 minutes. So it's already 10 minutes behind, and then they went and picked up another individual. So she's thinking she's going to her appointment,
Medical.
And
and they
she's-
went they went in another direction.
Right, right.
So she ended up being late for her appointment, but she also kind of had a little bit of anxiety and a little bit of, why
Yeah.
are you going this way if I'm
Yeah.
supposed to be going this way?
Hmm.
Understanding that it is a shared ride,
Mm,
she just expressed a little bit of concern. It just gives you that little bit of uneasy feeling when you know how you're getting somewhere and then you're like, why are they going the other way? So that was, another thing for me as to why, our van is so important. They do,
Mhm.
you do start to know your people. You have same riders, they, you know their needs, you can anticipate personalities and you get to know them.
We can also designate which days would be reserved for medical appointments,
Well, that's
2 times or something.
yeah, we have that in the schedule later.
Yep.
So that's Catch Connect. Like I
And we
said,
are,
do have-
advocating on that, advocating for changes in I need to be picked up here,
Mhm.
not some general location. I need to go to this place, not a bus stop in the middle of Apex.
Yeah, and
For seniors, that's important.
It's very important, yeah.
it is, which is why I'm not sure that maybe this is the best transportation for seniors. It might be great for others in the community to use. But the response when we had asked, Josh to follow up on the location, the MWRTA response was the pickup location is the shelter and it's the bus stop. The main purpose of this particular location is to avoid the trips individuals taking 100 yards and tying up the system. So if you're going to Friendly's and then you're going to Eva Trattoria and then you're getting dropped at whatever, they just put you at one spot and you guys get to your locations, not to tie up here and then
So-
here and then here.
So it's managed.
There
based
can't
on the
be much of a
business
tie
needs.
up. I mean, just swing around.
That was, yeah,
Yeah.
one store to another within the
Don't be so
complex.
Practical.
So
Okay.
that was the response. So I don't know, it gives us the ability to challenge that and keep fighting. How much of a
Mhm.
tie up is it? With that said, I can see if you have mobility disadvantages in several people are going to those
Mm.
stops, it does take a little bit more time. But I feel like that's also a scheduling thing. So
It's- It's huge to the
say,
service, not
do
to
you
the
have a
needs.
locker? Do you
Yeah.
have, or do you
Yeah.
need extra time? And
Yeah.
then, which again, goes with our COA van. being a beneficial thing to have because the scheduler will say, oh, hey, Bob. And no,
Right,
Bob has a
Right.
walker, Bob has a cane,
Right.
Bob is in a
Yeah.
wheelchair, you know,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know those things just by the continuous riding. So, so that was Catch Connect. Bob, do you have anything to add for Catch Connect?
No, except that that the details are still to be worked out. That
Yeah.
it's not a senior or mobility
Friendly.
challenge person
Yeah,
beneficial program if it just takes you to general locations and you're on your own hook for getting to where you're actually going. When Sue and I took it,
well, and
it was a
cuts your
short
time.
wait to get to
Yeah.
us, picked us up at our driveway,
Mm-hmm,
took us to the restaurant we wanted to go to, not the Apex bus stop.
mm-hmm.
Picked us up at the restaurant, took us back to our driveway. The
Yeah.
other issue was with respect to where they drop people off is there was the one incident where a senior in Northbrook
Oh,
Village
mhm.
came back with her groceries and they dropped her off at Pleasant Street. Well, folks, it's
At the end of the driveway.
200 or 300 yards to a few of the places.
Yeah.
Unless you go across the lawn
Yeah.
and here you got bags of groceries. That's kind of nuts.
Well, and I think, you know, another thing that we mentioned on the call was just the expectation. So Bob took this trip one day and he went right to the restaurant and got picked up at the restaurant.
right.
But another driver the next day may go, nope, it's the bus stop, get off.
Interesting.
So if you have some people that get dropped off right there and they go, oh, that was great, I'll take it again. And the
Mhm.
next trip that they take is the bus stop. And now they're saying, I
Where
can't
am
get to
I?
Friendlies, you know, I can't go that
So what
far,
I
whatever it
guess
is.
I'm wondering, if they do that, what are the drivers being expected to do? Are they being expected to provide a service? Or their schedule has to be adhered to?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah,
Sounds like some inconsistencies.
yeah.
Yes.
Maybe-
right.
And it affects, you know, our population especially, just with those mobility difficulties and, you know, time.
But just the trust of, can I go out and get my groceries today? Can I do this today? The
Right.
trust alone is really
Yeah,
affected by that.
yeah, so,
So of the three transportation options shown here, the one that's most versatile and most responsive, provided we have the driver, is the COA van. Geographically, it's not as restricted as, well, the Neighbors doesn't have any restrictions, but it's not as restricted as the Catch Connect.
mhm,
And destination wise, it takes you to where you're going, and picks you up where you are and takes you back where you want to go
yeah.
back to.
And I think, you know, I mean, it's, like I said, it's, you know, it's a safety concern. If they're feeling
Right.
uneasy,
Absolutely.
they're not gonna take it, you know, and that's what we're trying to do is get people out of their homes and socializing. And that's, you know, it's gonna be a struggle if they're feeling unsafe or any anxiety about having to make 4 calls. You know, I don't wanna have to
Yeah.
do that.
And
That
weather-
sounds
and-
too much for
And
me.
weather conditions.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep,
Yeah.
oh, absolutely.
Actually, that was another one that I forgot
Yeah.
to mention was she got out late from the doctor's appointment and didn't have a way back.
Hmm.
And so she was waiting for the van, or not the van, I'm sorry, Catch Connect. And waiting for Catch Connect outside. The office people were like, hey, see you later, Betty, like, goodbye. They close out, they're done, they're ready for the day.
You're out of the building.
And she said, I was just there, like, I was just
Wow.
waiting for the van, you know, and that's.
It was
for the
November
Catch
and
Connect.
snow was a foot deep.
Yeah, so,
Wow.
so we do have, is that, Bob, are you all set?
MCLA grant.
I have more on the van.
Okay,
So I did get the inspection sticker for the van, so we are all set there, which is why if people saw it parked by the old highway barn, it was there because it had gotten the inspection and then that's where they parked it, so they could pull more cars in and out. It is in need of a good cleaning, so if anybody wants to volunteer for that inside duty, Kate, no? So that is, everything, you know, looks okay. Vehicle wise, inspection wise, it was all set, it passed. So what that brings is the driver job description, which can I give you guys, no, I don't know. Well, where did I put it? So what we need to do is look at, and I might have to run back to my office and grab it, is the job description and make sure that there are not any changes that we want to make. It was last done in 2021. I took a look at it and I think, and I'll go grab it because I don't think it's in that packet either. Yeah, I printed it today and I forgot to grab them off my desk.
It was stapled
If we
right up
don't
there.
make any changes, we can post it ASAP.
Mhm.
If we make changes, then it has to go back to personnel committee. They have to approve it and then it goes to the select board for approval as well.
November
And
3rd.
then- Yeah, and then we'll just have to, go, it'll just take longer. So that is, I mean, that's all I had, is unless we go over what the concerns were from the select board, but I think we're kind of, beyond that at this point. So if you have anything to add about the van, I'm gonna go grab those. Or talk amongst yourselves and.
He was standing there in snow.
No, I'm trying, just
Oh,
added that for a
okay.
dramatic effect. COA van's good to go. I mean, I can work on cleaning the inside. Once the thing's on the road and running, then the driver takes care of
Mhm.
it. But I would think somehow, I don't want to put any more on Freddie, but I would think somehow you could go by the town highway barn and there must be a vacuum there and some other stuff instead of asking the driver to take it home and suck dirt out of it in his driveway or something. That seems a
Yeah.
little,
Yeah. They must have stuff there because they're always cleaning everything.
yeah. It's
Ah, I
got to be the case.
Good word. This is,
Lucky, lucky.
Thank you.
Yeah.
this
Oh,
is
sorry.
getting organized here, you know?
Yeah, it was almost organized last week, except for I had the wrong link. Fine. So I guess we just need to kind of take a look at the description, right now. And you guys need to vote if you want to keep it the same. Like I said, I didn't see any glaringly obvious changes. Kate, I can send it to you.
So what are the implication of the changes again that extends the time we can actually initiate using the
If you
van?
change the description
Yeah.
of
if
the job,
we
you have to
change
get
the
it
job, we have to
approved.
get it
and
approved by the
blah,
personnel
blah,
committee.
Blah, blah, blah.
And then,
Time frame are we talking about?
it depends. So the personnel committee, I think, and I could be wrong, but I think they only meet when they have something to discuss. They don't have like a plan. Select board would be Mondays.
Okay.
But again, I don't know their agenda openings, so it could be next week that they say, here you go. It could be, 3 weeks from now that they have time. So,
Why don't we just read through
not
the
just
sheet?
hearing you
No,
from
no,
saying.
Yeah, but what
that
you're,
we
what you're
can
sug- what
change
you're
it, but-
suggesting is that unless it's really that critical, let's move on.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, that would be my, unless there's something glaringly obvious, it's like, well,
Let's just run through it though. Primary function, transport elderly passengers, various destinations within town of Berlin and surrounding communities, perform all other work. Related work as required, responsible for safely and punctually transporting elderly clients in a wheelchair van. One of the duties involved with that is knowing how to tie down the wheelchair
Mhm.
and operate the ramp. And so that's a bit of a training thing.
yeah, we would have training for that.
Follow a routing schedule, navigate roadways safely and effectively. Kind of goes without saying, interact with elderly residents with courtesy, sensitivity, and respect. At one point, there was something about you're not supposed to chat with the
Yeah,
people, and I'm thinking, you're gonna be kidding.
right,
Really?
yeah. I've heard of another area having that as their, yeah.
Yeah.
I can
But again, for us,
understand
that's,
not,
that's what builds your rapport, right? You.
Yeah, I
you
was
get
gonna
to know your
say,
Riders.
nothing
Yeah.
that distracts the driver, but if, like that woman in particular who was really anxious about her last experience, it's a great way to communicate, hey, I'm gonna go this.
Yeah,
way,
right.
I
It,
should,
could have, it would have taken 2 seconds for the driver to be like, oh, just so you know, I have to pick somebody up, then I'm bringing you.
Yeah. exactly.
Yeah, and I feel like, again, when you get to know your drivers, you get to know your riders, but vice
Mhm.
versa, so they would know, oh, I keep saying Betty, I don't know a Betty, but Betty's a little anxious, so let me make sure that I tell her, that we're gonna make a stop or,
This is good, make appropriate safety checks and inspections of the van and equipment.
mhm.
It
Which
does-
we do already have a checklist, that I would just recommend we keep the same that they've been using.
And that includes cleaning it and, back in COVID, they were having to wipe it down after every single rider.
Yeah. It does, yep, so it's, yeah.
Education, training and experience,
Mhm.
doctorate in, transportation from, MIT. Experience in driving a van or any equivalent and relevant combination of education, experience and training. Must have CPR certification, which
Kevin
even,
Colby,
even the volunteers need to do.
yep,
Lori
Yeah.
knows a little bit about that. She may have had some experience with that in the past. And a valid Massachusetts driver's license. Knowledge, ability, and skill. Knowledge, principles and practices, maintaining a clean and safe automobile, thorough knowledge of a broad range of public health rules, regulations, and laws relating to operating a vehicle. Working knowledge of the town's geography and community facilities. Knowledge of a broad range of public health rules, regulations, and laws. Is that part of the training we'd get from the fire department, or is that just CPR and first aid kind of information?
well, I can check.
Also, does this indicate the extent to which you are allowed to do anything first aid wise or?
No, the description doesn't,
What do you mean by that?
I mean, I think. Are you talking about like how
Yeah,
much you
like
help in
what-
an emergency
right,
situation?
Right.
So when I just did my CPR recertification, your health is always primary. And so, yes, you want to help, but if at any point you feel like you can't do what you're supposed to do safely, if you're going to be out of breath and you're not going to be able to, perform CPR, first aid is one thing, but if they have they fall and break a hip, you're calling 911,
Yeah.
So I think that is just part of it is part of their driver policy that we give them, which was also approved back in 2019. And it does, you don't leave the scene. Driver must call the director immediately for assistance. If emergency assistance is necessary, the driver must call 911 first.
Like,
So I think it's your training and your comfort level of what you would.
Yeah, that's something like that would be like COVID. You make sure everyone has a mask on. before they go
Yeah.
out
Right.
Type thing.
The temperature thing when we had to take temperatures.
from your experience, is there something that somebody who's not a trained medical professional should, or volunteer medical volunteer should not be doing, should not being not attempt. In other words, one of the things I've heard is you're not supposed to try to help somebody up. You don't get somebody up off the pavement.
I haven't heard that
I
one.
don't know that one either.
Yeah, I think
Just that
like-
you can do more harm if you don't know if
Yeah,
anything's broken or twisted
like-
or whatever.
That came up in previous COA meetings, maybe not.
Yeah.
Previous COA meetings, yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
like
making
we
you
were
comfortable, but having
restricted.
called 911, you let them come and evaluate whether
Absolutely,
Whether they
Yeah,
get moved or
definitely.
not,
Absolutely.
yeah.
them up or.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I feel like that is kind of that would be in the CPR first aid training that everybody like would
It
have to
is.
take.
I'm certified.
Um,
It is.
Because I was gonna say, I think.
Yeah.
It's something I remember
You
too.
Talk about your limits.
Hmm
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
good to know,
so I think that's,
necessary to know.
and that would be, Berlin would be able to do that for us. Again, the training, we just need to get the date, whoever wants to
Right.
be recertified if you're due for it, or whoever would be in the class.
Proficient planning and organizational skills, excellent verbal communication skills, proficient interpersonal and problem solving skills, excellent customer service skills. Employee of the month. Physical demands described here are representative of those that must be met by an employee to successfully perform the essential functions of its job. Reasonable accommodations may be made to enable individuals with disabilities to perform the essential functions. While performing the duties of this job, employee is frequently required to sit, communicate, well, sit, you think?
Can't stand it.
Lot of stand-up driving. That's back in the horse and
That'd be
buggy
something else.
days. Communicate or hear.
Yeah, no, might get more riders if that was how they were driving.
You'd have to have a
see the
skylight. so you could
COA
stand
van.
up in the seat, yeah. Occasionally required to walk. Must be able to handle or feel objects, tools, or controls. There was employee must occasionally lift and or push residents in wheelchairs or otherwise require assistance to get into the van.
Okay.
I thought in some cases, there's something that says that if the person needs someone to be with them, they have to provide the person with them.
This is
Yeah.
more for getting them into the van, I
Into
think,
the
in a
van, yeah.
wheelchair.
Right.
Just like if they're having, a procedure done and they need somebody, they would have to bring somebody with them, or if they need more
Yeah.
help and lifting, helping, grabbing their arm and letting them lean on you a little bit to get up.
It's actually the driver performing procedures on his passengers is probably not highly recommended. Going from an appendectomy, I wonder if we could do it on the way there. Semi-skilled manual labor tasks, exercise your judgment, interpret guidelines, and carry out the same as independently working slow. Work knowledge of departmental operations, local and state laws and regulations. Right, I'm gonna carry around a state laws and regs book. Works under the direction of the Director of the Council on Aging. Position does not provide supervision. Mostly perform in a vehicle or outside and is subject to outdoor weather conditions. Business hours to assist with events. That'll be nice when we get to that point.
Mhm.
We can do evening activities or weekend activities.
Yeah,
Operates an automobile, how about even a van? Employee has constant contact with the general public. Not have access to confidential information. Errors could, errors you could cause harm. Okay, so given that there'd be more detailed instruction about first aid and physical handling of a rider, I think that these, to me, these look like adequate
Yeah.
descriptions.
too.
you have to do a motion to.
Yeah, do we hear a motion to accept the COA van driver duties and obligations as written?
I make a motion to accept the COA van driver position description as is.
I'll second that.
Okay, all those in favor? Bob Blair, aye. John Barrett,
Aye.
Kate Bliss,
Aye.
Lori Fairby.
Aye.
It's unanimous.
Perfect. I will get that over to Dee so she can post it on the town website for us. And then I can post it on our page and we can put it in the item with Jan. So, yeah, just a
Pretty
random
well.
table in there, it's fine.
It's well written, like.
Yeah, yeah, I think, I mean, it
sense.
goes back to 2021, so you guys must have done this when you
Right.
first, revisited the van.
Yeah, yeah. it's well
When we
done.
were all kids.
Yeah. So with that, I think that'll allow us to get moving on that, get that posted. We do still have the volunteer ready to go, so, I believe fingers crossed, unless I run into anything else. I should be able to see what his availability is and see if he wants to either pick up that ice cream social or if he wants to start the week after. I don't know, it might
Do
be.
we want to have a
close.
list of people who are also volunteering?
For
To be,
driving,
to be drivers, yeah, fill in or extend the
if we
availability
have
of the
other
van.
people that are available to volunteer. I made calls and Stan is the only one that
Oh,
I've heard from.
you didn't hear from some bearded guy who's at Hid Drive if necessary?
Who, you? Yes, but you're already included in that.
Oh, all right.
So with transportation, in the beginning of May, I did apply for a grant through Mass Council on Aging, for help to fund transportation. I had requested $23,500 to be used for marketing, gas, repairs, payroll. It's pretty open-ended. And I was notified on June 23rd that we were approved for the funding.
Excellent.
It had been contingent upon the state funding of the grant. But I will say that I have a contract in my hand that Mr. Blair, we need to make sure that you are all on board. I did give you each a copy of the contract again to read through. Kate, I'm sorry, I printed you one.
Sorry, I would have been here, but last minute kid
Oh.
parent.
Excuse me, thank you.
Jeez.
So we just need, you guys to vote on the contract to make sure that, you guys are behind this. So basically to go through, the grant period runs from July 1st, of 2025 through June 30th of 2026. It is a cost reimbursement, so we spend the money, and then they reimburse us. They do have, I think they run anything through September needs to be turned in October, and they'll make a payment, and then the remaining will be towards the end of the grant. All costs do need to be incurred before June 30th of 2026. There it is. The first invoice must be submitted no later than October 15th for activity occurring through September 30th. And then subsequent invoices should be submitted monthly or quarterly, which September quarterly.
First invoice by October 15th for anything.
That's
through
the
September
first,
30th?
yeah, the first invoice. I would have to send them anything that we incur
Yep.
from July 1st to September 30th
Yep.
has to be to them by October 15th. And then so there are specific, so if we do mileage reimbursement, which are, they want to get, but it is the executive office of elder affairs reimbursement rate of 62 cents per mile. The town itself pays a little bit more. We are 70 cents. Payroll reimbursement limited to 30% of the payroll amount submitted. I think those were the big ones. And then if we're not gonna spend all the money, we need to let them know as soon as possible. With that said, we would spend the grant money first and then use the $28,000 that was approved from the town. So,
And this is all state money, not federal.
yeah, yep.
What was that last part after, if we do not spend all the monies, we need to let them know ASAP, and then what was the other thing you said? Just the last sentence?
Oh, we would, that's okay. We, will use the grant money first for transportation needs. And then we would use the 28,000 that the town voted for in May. Yep.
This is excellent.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
Nice job.
I was pretty excited about it. I went on vacation and I was like, all right, I haven't heard anything, I guess. And then I got back from vacation on Thursday and checked my email and I was like, I got it. I got it.
So they
So-
gave you the amount you requested.
So I had to, yeah, they
Wow.
gave me the full amount. So basically, just to a little bit of background of it, I had to supply a timeline, for the first 12 months of the program, months 1 and 2, launch outreach to recruit drivers, both paid, volunteer, prepare vehicles for use, begin initial training for volunteer and staff drivers, as well as launch community awareness. Month 3 was hopefully to start transportation service, and prioritize the high need clients, example, medical appointments. And then months 4 to 6, I didn't evaluate the outcomes to include adjusting routes, schedules, any procedures based on feedback from the drivers as well as riders. And then months 7 through 12, we would have an up and running, hopefully full implementation of the program and just continue the ride scheduling, community outreach, sorry. And then I said that we would be conducting monthly check-ins, we'll track numbers. And we do already have, a system to track all that. So my senior center, we are moving towards that to enter the rides in there. Which subsequently will help with funding as well. When we get future grants, we can just send them the information right from the program and I don't have to count numbers and stuff like that. Yeah, so this was, I mean, if anybody wants to see the actual application,
And down here under
Printed
Grand
here.
P is where I'm supposed
Oh.
to sign.
you will sign this one, sir. That's just a
That one.
copy.
Okay.
So, yeah, you sign authorizing agent signature. You print your name.
Want me to print or?
No, you sign and then print.
Well, thank you for doing that.
Yeah. good
Yeah.
luck.
Thanks.
So-
Yeah, it came about and there's several different areas that I could have gone after. But I felt like transportation was our biggest thing at that point, and I actually submitted it after the meeting. So I had, truthfully, I had geared it towards another avenue. And then when we got the 28,000 back, I was like, okay, now let's be able to do it with running the van. So yeah, so I was
Excellent.
pretty happy.
Good management.
It's again, it's not, it's providing for the town and the community and the seniors, but also not taking advantage of things either. You know, this
Mhm.
shows that we're wanting to provide a service.
When you say taking advantage of things, I'm not quite sure what you mean by that.
Well, so just, like your property taxes are already included for the van.
Right, right.
And so I'm not just trying to spend money,
Oh, I
you know,
gotcha,
I'm trying to
gotcha.
find other avenues to save money as well, but provide the service. Yeah, yeah.
Same money, different sources.
Yeah, yeah, right. It's free to us now. And if we don't have to spend the 28,000, then, you know, the taxes and all those
Yeah.
things change and,
Well, nice job, Alyssa. Very nice.
Yeah.
Yes, excellent.
Yes, good show. So
then,
is today's date on here?
yeah, the 10th.
Yeah.
Does anybody have anything more on the yacht? No, Bob's signing and we're good to go.
Zippity doo dah.
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
So he signed it, he's liable, right?
Yep, it's all on him now.
Okay.
Anything happens, he pays back the 23,000.
No problem.
Well, I know where he lives, so it's
Yeah.
not a problem.
Yeah, you know,
So,
be doing all the rides out of my dump truck.
just a quick update, we did mail out, all of the surveys have been mailed. That the COA was sending, so I sent out 1,200 surveys.
And you got back 6?
Right now, no, right now I have received, as of today, I have received 174 back.
Wow.
Wow.
And 31 of them back from the USPS as undeliverable. For whatever reason, some of them were to 135 Pleasant Street and it didn't have the apartment and
apartment
building.
number.
But then some of them had like 11 dash something
Mhm.
and still got sent back to me. So I'm gonna take them to the post office on Monday and say, how do these need to be labeled?
Yep.
What is the
Right,
correct address? Because that was the labels came from the town clerk. So if they're not getting our survey, are they getting other, you know,
Other stuff,
mail
yeah.
and stuff? So
How many
uh,
did you get
I
back
do want
already?
to say, I'm sorry,
One. How many did you get back already?
174,
Awesome.
But that's out of 1,200 cent?
1,200. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
my-
we're 10%. I mean, that's
I wonder why people get
Yeah.
into things like that.
My wife and I said, as part of that.
that sent it back, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
I have questions on the data and how it's used, but I liked what you did.
Well,
I
so
really-
John. So I do, so first, if anybody hasn't received a survey by the end of the month and wants one, they can call me and I can mail it to them, or
Mhm.
they can come to the office and pick
Mhm.
one up. But I just suggest that they call first to make sure that I am in the office, so they don't waste a trip down. I do have a volunteer that is able to tabulate all of the information and put it together in nice pie charts and easy to read information. What we're basically looking for is what programs people want, not just, oh, we'd like to see programs.
Mm.
So if we have
Yeah,
that
I like the
174,
specificity of it.
30 people
Yeah,
want cake
exactly.
decorating,
Yeah.
you're like, okay, let's do cake decorating. And I did have a survey come back that, somebody used to work for Wilton, so they could run the cake decorating. So I was like,
Nice.
that's awesome. So let me put you aside and give you a call in a little bit. Field trips seemed to stand out, cards, exercise classes during the week. Which again, I think we'll have to, funding wise, I'll have to be a little creative with that too. Maybe if it's more popular during the week, we won't have such an offset, with our current programs now. We're not really getting that much of a return, and not that it's all about money. But when we have such little receiving from the budget, we don't want to just be spending it.
One thing I like to, I'm a certified trainer,
Mhm.
and I'm really been pushing a core training for the elderly.
Okay.
So you might keep that in mind. There's standard exercises.
When do you want to come? When do you want to start? I'm just
We
gonna sign
clear?
them right up now. You
No,
just
no,
open it up.
Table there and
Wednesdays are good days.
Wednesdays are good for
Wednesdays,
you.
Yeah. And I would do about an
Alright.
hour session, teach them three exercises and stretching.
1 hour. Wednesdays.
3 exercises.
I mean, the core is the most important part of the body for the elderly.
Yeah.
If you don't have that, the other parts don't work as well.
Yeah. Oh, and pickleball. Pickleball was on a few. So I do know that we have a
Pickleball. court.
pickleball
do.
court.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, maybe it's just coordinating a time that,
Yeah.
seniors or the 60+ community can use it.
We can work that out
at
with
a
the
time.
rec committee.
I was surprised and encouraged to see Mahjong on there.
Yes, yes, do you know that's actually,
I
we were
thought that
talking
we could-
earlier, coming from
Yeah.
Clinton, they have a big group that
They
plays.
do?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep, it's on Friday afternoons. So
Wow.
until we get it up and running here, feel free to go join them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have it in my community. We
Oh,
play
do you?
every
Yeah.
Saturday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Does anybody teach it from your community, or do you all just know how to
Oh,
play?
boy, teaching is a difference.
Yeah, yeah, you just know how to
Because
play,
You
yeah.
have the issue, am I going to teach the American version or the Chinese version? We learned the Chinese version.
So
You
That
teach
was-
the American version in Chinese.
there was.
Yeah,
there
but
was-
use different tiles.
Yep,
It's
yep.
amazing.
So they in Clinton, they started, I think I might have this backwards, but I think they started with the American,
Yeah.
and she started teaching the other version as well. So I think now everybody can play
Yeah, it's great. It's a
both.
great game,
Yeah.
great game to connect on.
So those are just some things that when I was opening them up and just kind of putting them in the pile, they just kind of stood out that, wow, cake decorating's getting quite a bit, and field trips,
Bocce,
was a big.
Hmm.
Oh. Do we have a cord?
horseshoes.
Yeah, I mean, anything that's gonna get people out of their house, I wanna try,
Absolutely.
if it's a health thing, walking club, I think was another one.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
There's a few things to work on, from the survey, so I was pleasantly surprised at getting 174 back. What will come of it, and then maybe we just get the people starting to come to events, and if we're
Mhm.
making it more specific to what people asked for,
Mm.
there's kind of we're providing it and you're not coming, or, what
Mhm.
else do you want to see? And it's similar to how I've asked where people get their information.
Mm.
We, at the meeting with Neshoba Neighbors, a lady was like, well, I don't have this and I don't have that. And I said, I'm not asking this to be rude, but where do you get your information? Where do you look? Because we're
Interesting.
missing the mark with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where would you be looking? And she told me, and I said, okay. And so I wrote it down and I contacted a couple people, and
Yeah.
if that's one more person that's getting the information that can
Absolutely,
share it
yeah.
with somebody else, I just felt like I was tapping out on on everything that I had. I was like, well, where else do I go? And I think, the survey is similar, if we start going, okay, we have cards on Tuesdays and we,
Yep.
and people still aren't coming, is it the date? Then we start to drill down and say, well, 90% of you asked for cards and we don't have anybody coming. Is it the time? Is it the
Yeah.
day? Is it,
Some of
the
that.
card
could-
game,
Some of that could be hesitancy just getting out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully that'll start to
Okay.
bring people out and
Good. Good.
get some.
Great survey. I love the
Programs.
data. I love the detail in the data, and I'm looking forward to see what you sort of connect with the ages.
Yeah.
That was
The
particularly.
group of,
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
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 It'll be interesting for me to see what age group return the most.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
also.
Yeah.
I have a volunteer friend in the Cobra Neighbors who teaches kickboxing.
Oh. Wow.
Be careful about
appeal?
that one.
I was gonna say, did Sue
Be
take the
careful.
class?
I can't absorb it. I can't move as quick.
Sure. I should know that, shouldn't I?
Okay, so just an update, and this is kind of just like the fiscal year, probably should put in the director's report, but, so we do get for senior tax work off, we do get $20,000 per fiscal year from the assessor's overlay account to fund the senior tax work off. So they can work up to 125 hours at the minimum wage of $15 an hour now. So realistically, we're able to fully help 10 seniors get the 1875, which leaves about 1,200, 1,250, for projects and, one-off projects or any additional. Not everybody works the full 125 hours, so there's some kind of.
Within the town.
Yeah, yep. So it comes from we asked the department heads to fill out an application for what they need
Right.
in their department. And then we have a list of people that have applied for the senior tax work off, and then we match them. And actually Peggy Sardell does it. I don't handle it. She coordinates everything and keeps track of everybody's hours. So, kudos to her because, it's one thing less that I have to manage. So just an update on that, Kristen and I have talked and Peggy as well about, taking a look at the policies. Right now it's, you have to be a Berlin resident, own your property for 5 years. There's certain other criteria. And so we were kind of talking about if we approach it and change some things. The hard part is opening it up. We don't have that many jobs available.
Right.
So if you
right.
open it up to a broader range of people and all of a sudden there's 40 people asking for help and you go, oh, we only have 10 jobs. It's kind of, I don't know. I just don't want that
No, I think it's smart.
to happen.
Yeah.
So we are still looking at it and trying to figure out what we can kind of coordinate. Again, maybe we can get more funding, and I don't know if this isn't a guarantee. But there's other things that we can try. Maybe the assessor's overlay account is able to give us more now. When it first started, I believe, the 20,000 started, it was minimum wage was $8 or $9 an hour. It's now 15. So that 20,000 was able to help quite a few more people
Right.
than it is
right.
now.
Interesting.
All things to discuss and talk about, but there are things, steps that we'd have to take to make those changes.
Any work off people working to assist you with
Yeah.
setups or cleanups or?
I don't yet. I haven't written that one up yet. I have somebody doing data entry for me. And then, Peggy is under me for, the senior tax work off, and then,
Scheduling
the
rides.
scheduling rides. With that said, I did talk to her. We are, in talking to Kristen, she, would recommend until we get it up and running and everything kind of smooth sailing, that I take point on it, take it back. And I did speak to Peggy and she was okay with that. So,
You mean van scheduling?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
So just until it's gonna take some time. There's gonna be, like I said, there's a schedule that we proposed, and then, in 2 months when we're like, oh, nobody's going there on Tuesdays,
Right.
let's open it up.
right.
With that said, I would like to actually just have an open schedule. It's not really a schedule if it's open, to start. You need a ride, call us and we'll fill in the gaps and we'll see
Regardless
where
of what
we're.
their need is, just
Yeah.
call us.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, I'd
Right.
hate to, right now, I do think a schedule is good, in the long run, but I think we kind of need to see trends in where people are going and kind of find out what days. And I think we're only gonna find that by saying, hey, call us and schedule a ride. You
Yeah.
can go to Worcester on Tuesday. You have a doctor's appointment? Sure, we'll bring you on Thursday.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
kind of fill in the gaps and then see where, where
Everything
people are
falls.
going. Yeah, I mean, I just,
I think you're gonna get people more interested in that too, because they don't have to wait, well, I have to have this before I make the request. As
Right.
opposed to, let's make the request and figure this out.
yeah.
That's a much more better way for
I
service.
think to start, I think for us, it's almost kind of like we're starting over
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
And I think that's the best way. Again, and then we look at trends and say, yeah, you can go and Catch Connect can fill in
Yeah,
some of those
no,
gaps.
that's-
Go into Highland Commons now, they can call and go grocery shopping on
Yeah.
Tuesday. So I feel like we just kind of have to fill it first and kind of find the trends and see what we come up with.
Well, good management. was it?
Thank you. I'm trying. We already did the events because I wrote it on there twice. So that is other business. I have some stuff, but anybody got any other business to discuss?
New board member.
Oh,
Have we put that
Oh,
out
right.
anywhere?
um, I know we had vacancy listed.
Okay.
That would be D, right? That handles that. We should put it on the town.
Well, we should
I would
encourage
think
our
so.
board members to make recommendations
Yes.
also.
Yes.
Well, just a question, and that is, this is the wrong room. What's happening with gussying up the COA space?
Oh, well,
Funny, I should mention
funny
that.
you should mention that. So, we do have from the hotel renovation that was happening somewhere else. They donated all their furniture. They were redesigning their areas, and so they donated all the outdoor furniture and some tables and art and
Hmm.
stuff to the town. So that should all be coming end of July, August. So then I was kind of waiting for that to see what we could take, or what we were interested in once it's here. I'd hate to paint and pick a color that we
Yeah.
picked, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden we're like, oh, well, that art looks better if
Yeah.
we don't have that color. Then we have to
Okay,
repaint.
good.
There is, like I said, there is furniture as well, so, Dee and Kristen have pictures, but yeah, so I was kind of waiting for that, to see before we put any more effort into it. Is there something specific other than just wanting an update?
No, but I'm thinking in terms of furniture, it's nice to get stuff that, where you already are dealing with this, those tables are
Oh,
nasty because they're so doggone heavy.
well, funny you mentioned that, Bob.
6-footers.
Oh, that's what that is. I was
Well, in your
wondering,
pocket.
is there something I should be looking for?
What
under
is
this
that
thing?
beautiful thing you're
She's
showing?
pulling me in the shin
So
every
you
time
have
she
to
says sort of a.
Together and make a bigger table with, like
So they
you have that
these
over in,
fold in half. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, these are,
Yes.
yeah.
So they range from, I think it was like $50 to $60 at
Hmm.
Lowe's has them,
Mhm.
Walmart has them, Target has them. But what's nice is they're light and they fold in half. And so
they do?
the 6
Great.
foot would then kind of go to 3 feet. Yeah.
Nice.
Handles?
I
It does
actually have
open.
one, yeah.
Yes, it does have a handle.
Great,
It does have a handle.
good tables.
So my example, this was actually as part of the other business that I had was we have the area downstairs and it's hard. I don't really know. It's our space, right? It's a COA space.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking of putting more of a use schedule for it because what's happening is I'm seeing things not put back the way that they were. And I have no idea who's using this space. So I can't ask them and say, hey, next time you meet. And then the table was moved somewhere in another area. And when it came back down, I couldn't use it for vet's breakfast yesterday or this morning because it was like, it was right off the track was off. I mean,
Oh,
you guys can't see it, but So he, Mike was actually like gonna try to screw it up back together. There's like chunks missing, there's particle board
wow.
missing on pretty much all the tables. So if there's something like this, that it folds down to a
Nice.
3-foot section, we can tuck it in the back there and they're light.
Yeah,
Would-
nice.
So,
So what size are they?
they're 6 feet long
Yeah,
and then they fold into 3 feet.
3 feet.
They fold in half.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
right,
So the
right.
three,
Yeah.
3x6 or are they 4x6?
I have 2 of these. These
I'm
are-
just doing the 3 feet and 6
Oh,
feet thing.
Oh, is that what that, those are demo?
So,
Okay.
so I know this way is, that's 6. You're talking like here,
way,
this
yeah.
way.
Probably 2.5
2 and a
feet,
half, 3.
30 inches of pretty
Yeah.
normal.
Yeah.
I'd say this is about 30 inches.
Yeah,
That's a
so it's
standard.
probably, yeah,
Okay,
It probably comes up about right here.
yeah.
okay, how many are we thinking about getting?
So, I mean, I think it fits the same. So, I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, we have 3
3 6-foot.
that we use, 6-foot. We have 4 down there because we use 1 for the food.
Right.
And then 3 for Vets breakfast.
Yeah.
And this is just because this is what we currently set up for that I'm in my head. And then we have the 2 round tables.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
the round tables are no problem. I don't mind those ones.
Yeah,
But these ones, yeah, so I would say 4. Unless we're thinking we would want to have a couple
I would
extras.
think a couple extra, maybe 6 of them,
6,
in case you want to put them together or.
yeah, because actually that would be good too if you have like a more of like a cake decorating or crafting
Yeah,
going on or
yeah.
cards or
Yeah.
something,
Great.
you put a couple
Agreed.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 6 tables, does
Yeah.
everybody,
Agreed.
Yeah.
Kate, how do you feel about 6 tables of these?
Woohoo! That sounds
Yeah.
good to me.
So I can get those ordered.
Chairs from the hotel, what? I think it's important to get chairs, the ones downstairs, well, they're like this, aren't they?
Yeah,
Tend to be a little heavy to move around in stacks of 4 or 6.
yeah.
They're probably, I've never liked these because you always feel like you're in a
like you're gonna
dentist
fall-
chair.
oh.
like- But it's cool if they're stackable
Mhm.
and you stack them on a cart, so you just go shove
Yeah.
the cart away.
Mm,
Do
And
we
you
know
can
what our-
stack, I mean, some of the ones in 1870, you can stack them 30 high.
Are you talking about those? They're just plain old metal chairs.
Yeah,
Is that what
I wasn't
you're-
advocating for that
Okay.
particular.
I
one.
was like, are those? 'cause-
But stackable on a cart is
Cart.
handy because your footprint is smaller for the number of chairs you're trying to shove away.
Yes and no, because right now we're stacking them high, so it only takes up this much.
Yeah,
But
but
if
I'm
you
saying-
have the cart, it's gonna take
A lot more, yeah.
6
Lot
or.
more
No,
space.
no, 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 no,
No?
no.
Oh.
The chair carts can be not much bigger than the footprint of the chair,
Oh,
and they just stack up this way. You don't,
Oh.
wanna- you
Oh, a
don't
new
wanna-
one, we're not using
okay.
the old
I
ones.
was like the ones like 1870, I was like, that took me a while. It took some muscle to move.
or the school where everybody's running over stacking these metal chairs.
Yeah,
And they,
that's, okay. Do you have any
don't have any
info on
specific.
them or specific? Okay.
And what's the place in Devon's that has institutional furniture that they sell for cheap?
Fresh Start?
No.
Sounds right.
No?
No,
That's
it's
here? No,
different.
that's
First
down
start is
there.
in Sudbury. Hudson Line.
What do you,
that's right.
Kate, do you know
I do, but not off the top of my
off
head.
the top of your head? Yeah.
Maybe
um,
Bob and I can go on a field trip when we clean the van.
Oh. Yeah, just load it up in there. That'd be great.
You know, if you just tilt your head down, we can look at the top of your head.
I will
and
look
see
at it.
what's-
I will see what
see
Devin,
what's up there.
yeah, I will see what they have. So basically it's, our space is open to everybody.
Do
Whenever
take
they
stuff
want it.
Out of it? Do they take stuff out of it too?
I don't know, but they leave stuff in it. Which brings me to my next thing. So in that space, we are getting like the equipment left. So like canes and walkers are just being left.
Oh, interesting.
We are probably at capacity for that room in the area of what we have.
Place in
So we
Clinton
don't
that's taking it now.
need any more.
There's a place in Clinton that's taking durable medical equipment.
Oh.
Which is.
Other than the
a
Council on
godsend
Aging?
Because everybody is just throwing all these crutches and
that's-
everything in the dumpster, which is.
Yeah, well, and it's crazy
Endless.
because they come from. it's kind of like the whole medical industry, right? The doctor's like, oh, you need a walker. Here,
Yeah.
let me bill your insurance and send and give
Yeah.
you a walker. Well, I don't really need one. Somebody has one available. We have 6 downstairs.
Mhm.
We don't really need that many for us. So it's kind of we also don't need to be accepting. There is also a liability to that. So we need to make sure, and Lori was on this team, we need to make sure that what we're taking in is good
Sound
use,
equipment.
sound equipment,
Yeah. Yep.
because we are then donating it to somebody else in need. So if you're just dropping off a walker and it just gets thrown in the closet and then it gets given out to somebody, that's our liability of
Really?
giving it to somebody.
Yeah, the
I mean,
regardless of-
they do sign a form, but
Yeah, huh,
we do have a form for both ways. When people donate,
Right,
they're
right.
saying that they're donating it of sound quality.
Right,
And then we have one when people borrow it. So, just some things I think just to tighten up, it's great that people want to donate and I love that they're thinking of us. We do have limited space, and we do have,
Let me check the
a
place
few
in,
people.
Is anyone using that? Remember the room we had down there that they took for some chair? Are they,
Yeah.
is that being used at all?
From what I hear, some people have used it. I've used it a couple times, but
Yeah.
I guess I don't know how much it's being used, but.
I was gonna say, if they're not using the whole room, can we put some of the equipment in there?
right.
Well, I was also wondering too, the room right across from the entrance door, it's like I think the clerk's office uses a lot of it. I think there might be some space in there too. So, I don't know. I mean, I think it's
So maybe we need to either once a month or every other
Interesting to
month go through
go through what we have.
what we have and see what we can donate or
Yeah.
Hmm.
recycle or whatever. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, again, I love that they're bringing stuff and, they're thinking of our community. But I don't think we need that many
Mhm.
of those things. Um,
are you doing anything on audio visual for the space downstairs?
so one of the things
Oh,
that
excuse me.
is coming from the hotel, they have a projector that goes up into, like, comes from the ceiling
Mm.
and is a projector, so we could use it for movies or
Hmm,
something.
Mhm.
That is on the survey and I saw a few check marks on that. That's something easy. We hop on, actually, the library has a program. I forget the name of it right now. It escapes me. But Victoria had offered to show me how to log in and use it. And it's just like a streaming thing. So you just log on and find the
Mhm.
movie that you want to show and we could schedule that. Um, I'd, I'd love to say that, when it's cooler in here, this is a place where people come and watch a movie and cool.
Right, of course.
When it's warmer, you're not using your heat and cranking it up to,
Right,
80 at your
right,
house. You can
right.
come watch a movie, get out of the house.
Yeah.
Maybe not the, dead of winter, but, plus again, you're with other people.
It's a social event.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
Come watch a movie and have a beer, for God's sake.
right.
Popcorn.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll try to get that wooden cabinet over here
yeah,
next week.
that was my, Lori, cabinet approval. We got it approved. So that's all done.
Do you need a hand loading it or anything?
Probably, yeah. So it'd be Dennis, myself. I can't lift anything right now, so.
Well, I can help if
I was
you
gonna
need-
say, whatever day
Yeah,
Mhm.
pick,
When it's not raining.
I could probably force my significant other to help.
I'll drag along core man here.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll help.
Your
sure.
core workout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Too.
when we were talking about the vacancy and stuff like that, and that we have the town website, I am actually working with Mary Reddington on a COA website.
Yeah.
I've heard from several people that the site is hard to navigate, they can't find things. Right now, I can make certain changes, but I can't make changes to everything we need to make changes, so there's
Mhm.
outdated information, I have to contact a consultant. Every event that I book would be nice to put on our upcoming events.
Excuse me,
Yeah.
is the town okay with us doing a separate website?
So we just have to do the link. I mean, as far
The
as we just
links
link
to
it
it.
on, yeah,
Nice.
yep. Cause the library does it like that.
Okay.
So we can still use the town website. It's just the information I think is gonna be more up to date, more accurate, any changes if an
And
event's
easier to
canceled, if
find.
it's,
Yep.
yeah.
So that the Facebook website you're talking about?
No, it's, I think the one she's working on, it's Berlin COA
Oh,
Nice.
something.
okay.
And so, yeah, we would just put it like on the front page, a link to it. And she is working on it and I've seen it and I just met with her the other day and I really like it.
Wow.
Excellent.
She had also actually mentioned, and we talked about a little bit with that, she's pulling information from the site, the town site. We're kind of going through every page that we have, what's accurate, what's not. Do
Mhm.
these links still work? And we found a couple that don't work. They don't go anywhere. It's a bad request now. So she's trying to chip away at those things, but she also asked about our mission statement. And I don't know if it's if it was newer, if it was older, when it was
Interesting.
put together.
Yeah.
But she was just, we were kind of talking about it, how it seems like it's not really what we're doing right now.
Mhm.
So the existing mission statement right now is, our mission is to enhance the quality of life of seniors in the community by providing services, which include nutrition. We don't have a
Right.
kitchen. Health screening, which is not happening either because we don't have a
Right.
town nurse and we have Neshoba.
Mhm.
You can call them to come in, but they're not doing like public health screenings anymore.
Mhm.
Education and other programs to meet their needs. So we're kind of just talking about how you struggle with the first thing is nutrition when we don't, we don't provide meals, we're not teaching people
Yeah.
how to cook. We don't have a kitchen to provide this nutrition.
And this is shared with the public. right?
This is our mission statement
Yeah.
for the Council on Aging for Berlin. So she had proposed a mission statement and I actually really like it. I think it condenses it. So we just need to see how everybody feels. So she suggested our mission statement would be to encourage social connection by offering resources, activities, and programs that support the interests and needs of Berlin's 60+ community.
I like it.
I like it. too.
Love it.
Yep.
I really, Kate, do you like it?
Yeah.
I love it.
Right? That's what I said back to her. I said, I love it.
I love
Um,
Mary too. She's awesome to work with. She's
She's
a
been so good
great-
to work with.
Yeah.
Yeah, she really has.
Who's that?
Mary Reddington.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so she's been working on it on the website, so, I feel like this would probably need a vote to change it. So I don't know, I don't vote, so.
I'd like to make a motion to update our Council on Aging mission statement to be what Melissa just read.
I second the motion.
All in favor?
I,
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 Okay, I will let
aye.
her know to update that.
excellent.
that's an excellent readjustment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
we're just
managing
looking at it,
Perception of service. which is-
I was like, the first thing we listed is something we're not providing,
Yeah,
and it's wordy, this is
Yep.
just like, hey,
simple.
yeah,
Yeah.
so.
Keep it simple.
Spoken like a true core man.
Yeah.
See, say, a little adjustment.
A little adjustment there.
Simple. Keep it
So
simple.
that is everything I had. I no longer have anything to talk about. Anybody else?
Next meeting date.
We're disappointed, I think.
Oh, geez, I have you here late.
Oh, this is
What have you been
excellent.
saying? We are gonna meet during the summer.
I was gonna say, do you want to skip August since we've done this, or do you want to meet in August?
I'd assume
It's up
meet
to
in
you
August.
guys.
I
I
think
don't.
keep meeting, yeah.
August?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if
I'm here,
anything
I'd
comes
like
up,
to
we
do
can.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
so the last Thursday in August, I don't have my phone on me.
I do.
Is it like
It
the
is on me, it's on the
24th,
table, but
26th?
That's close enough.
You said last Tuesday, or are we switching to Thursdays now?
Tuesday. I'm sorry. Today's
No, no,
Thursday.
it's okay, it's
No,
okay.
that's me.
August 26th is the last
26th, see?
Tuesday.
I was gonna say that.
You
day.
know,
August
I
26th.
beat you to
Right.
it.
Tuesday, August 26th. So if anybody has anything for the agenda that they want to discuss or things that they think that we need to talk about, just send it to me so I have it on the agenda 48 hours before. So if it's a Tuesday, I need it by, well, we don't work Friday, so Thursday, 2 PM cutoff. And I can
So
get
it's
it
August
updated.
26th, did you say?
Tuesday, August 26th.
Sixth, okay. Any other biz?
Nope.
Entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
I second.
I second.
Second,
A third.
all in favor?
I.
Aye.
We are adjourned.